A Turkish international midfielder may prove to be an astute purchase for Liverpool following a series of eye-catching performances for Dutch giants Feyenoord. With the Reds expected to be in the market for midfield reinforcements in the summer, scouts will undoubtedly be scouring Europe for the best bargains. One player who may fit the bill for side is budding talent Orkun Kokesiu, who at just 22 is already captaining Feyenoord and is valued at approximately $29 million £24 million per €27 million. On top of his apparent leadership qualities, the 14-time international is currently holding his own against some of the best players across Europe's more established leagues, according to Sportsmetrics site. With this in mind, one would posit that we'll be aware of Kokes's rise. The midfielder, who has chipped in with 7 goals in 13 league appearances so far this term, has particularly impressed this season with his technical ability, even leading to comparisons with former ace David Silva. On the ball, at least, he looks like a real end product merchant. He's a really prominent figure in Feyenoord's team. He's got really good technique on the ball, Josh Williams explained on the I think it was really interesting recently, have a metric called the doppelganger metric, and someone asked who is the most similar under 23 to current David Silva. This lad came up as the second most similar behind Pedri of Barcelona. Josh admitted that the numbers can only portray elements of the Turkish midfielder's game, but did say that Kokesiu is currently up in the 99th percentile of players across Europe for a number of key metrics. In fact, he went on to dub the starlet as a so-called output merchant. He said, "So obviously that doesn't mean necessarily that he's a great player or anything like that, but it will make you want to go and watch him a little bit more. He looks a really technical player. In the numbers, not so much, but if you look at his numbers in possession against midfielders in the top 5 leagues in Europe over the past year, he's in the 99th percentile for progressive passes, expected goals assisted, shot creating actions and passes. He's in there for all of them, and so he looks like a very dominant and prominent figure for Feyenoord. I've got to watch him more as, in the numbers, he looks like a real output merchant." Josh went on to state that he would recommend that the likes of, and even make efforts to scout the midfield ace, if they are not already, with a bargain potentially in the offing for one of those clubs. Perhaps even Liverpool could fancy taking a punt on the Feyenoord captain. He added, "He looks a really dominant player for Feyenoord, he's got a lot of skill attached to his game. In terms of being a defensive-minded player who can do a lot for you with the ball, if I was or maybe even as high as, he looks well worth delving deeper into because he's got a lot of numbers on his game there." Encouragingly, Mo Stewart seemed sold on the 22-year-old, simply saying, "Stylistically, he definitely sounds like the type of player I enjoy watching." Liverpool predicted team versus as 4 Jurgen Klopp stars out injured.